Task 1. Textual analysis of a regional listing magazine. Here I have presented a contents page, a cover, and an article. Looking at the front cover of the magazine, it is called Exposed. The masthead. The masthead Exposed is used to elaborate and overemphasize the release of information and news. The composition of the masthead is central, which puts the main focus upon this and intrigues the audience. Main image and composition. The main image is connotations of music festivals, engaging the audience to become interested in this style of music. The creativity of the magazine draws my attention to the range of information which has been thoroughly executed. Focusing on the central composition of the cover, it draws you into being interested by people's views of festivals and the stories of those who have experienced. Genre. The typical genre of the magazine will be for those interested in festivals suitably for ages 18 plus. However, the secondary images give an alternative view. It could be a magazine engaging all sorts of readers, including those who like to cook. This gives a representation of a well-thought magazine as it is appropriate for a wider range of audience who are interested in different hobbies. Secondary images. There are secondary images shown on the cover of this magazine to give a brief idea of what may be included on the inside to engage and persuade the audience. Flash puff. This is used to highlight the importance of the cover line, connotating excitement. In this case, it is used for the Win ad which is published on the front cover. Main cover line. The main cover line is Best of the Fest. This is a rhyming connotation which is used to excite the audience. This is effective as it relates punctually to the entire magazine cover. Banner. The banner is a line near the bottom of the cover page used to highlight cover lines. This makes it much more exciting and more creative. Dateline. Next to the masthead there is a free banner as well as a dateline. This is the date of publication and also an interesting way of intriguing the audience that little bit more. Here I have looked at a contents page pulled out from the same magazine. Composition and rule of thirds. Composition and rule of thirds of this content page aligns where specific information and where images should be positioned. In this case, the magazine producer has aligned majority of the article on the right-hand side, whereas they have focused the images and advertising on the left-hand side. This gives a creative representation of how a good quality contents page should be laid out. Masthead. The masthead is quite simple, however it justifies the purpose of what contents page is for. It is the line at the very top of the page so that the reader is able to identify it straight away. A bold colour has been chosen which contrasts against the other colours which have been used. Main image. The main image of the contents page is to excite and publish the entire magazine production. It engages the reader into being more enthusiastic about the information being written. Table of contents. Aligned in the centre of the contents page is a table of contents, exploring both features and regulars. This is to allow the reader/audience to be able to know who may be featured without having a huge section of information. House style. The house style of the contents page is to interest the audience. Choosing a specific theme, in this case, the producer has featured a music and modern style. This is to engage a larger population and to typically give the magazine production recognition of high standard. Choice of font. There is a certain font which is being used, which is quite small. This makes the entire magazine appear formal. It makes the production work look professional as they have stuck to a specific font, colour scheme, and house style. Page numbers. On the secondary images, there are page numbers. These are used to give easier access for the reader who is able to quickly find specific information which they are looking for. Secondary images. The secondary images of the contents page have page numbers, making it easy access to specific information which the audience may be looking for. Colour scheme. A suitable modern colour scheme has been selected. It ties in with the entire magazine production. The balancing colours of blue, yellow, orange and white make it look more formal. Article content. The article is based on the editor of the magazine. This is shown from the title. A contrasting choice of colour has been used to set the main focus of this section of information. Magazines are part of the transmedia industry. For example, the content pages features a telephone number as well as hyperlink. This is to attract and engage a larger audience of people who may be interested in a specific band or style of music. Adverts page. The logos at the top of the page who support the advertisement page. The magazine company will have to pay these magazines to be put into their magazine. Therefore, the editors have done a successful job in making sure it is suitable for the theme and house style of the rest of the magazine. House style. The house style of this magazine advertisement page is themed around festivals and music. This is shown through the front style, choice of colour and layout of the advertisement. The editor has tailored this to a mainstream audience. Text and font. The style of font which has been used is quite retro. The editor has chosen a few fonts to create an exciting advertisement page which all the audience will take interest into. Bold text has been used to overemphasize the information being shared. A range of size text is used to make it much more complex, also to put the main focus on the main advertisement. Cell lines. At the bottom of the advertisement, a Facebook, Twitter, and telephone number have been featured. This is to engage the audience to have a look at further information being published. Also, an advertisement logo of the Children's Hospital charity is to show their support in other events which take place, also to raise awareness and try and make a bigger impact to society. Colour scheme. A unique retro choice of colour has been used, making it look bold and interesting to look at. Colour scheme works well with the rest of the magazine production. Formally, it throws out good vibes just like you would expect at a festival too. Advertisement and features. The main focus of the advertisement page is to interest the audience in what you are giving them. The advertisement entices the music festivals, featuring specific bands and artists who will perform on a particular date. The main artists have been represented in bold, large text, which suggests they may be a significant at this event. The purpose of featuring these components are to intrigue the audience. In this case, to increase the population of people who attend. Masthead. The masthead of the advertising page, which I have chosen to look at, is featuring music festivals. It is aligned in the centre of the page, making it the main focus of the advertisement. It is large and bold, which overexcites the page and intrigues the audience even more.